Hey, welcome back. This is going to be the AURASCOPE message for the week of February 21 to the 27th. I'm going to do the same as last week. We're going to get an overall message for everybody with the Light Seers Tarot, and then we're going to pull a card for each of the individual aura designs afterwards. Card for this week is the Gate 17. Did we get this last week? Somebody got this last week. The Gate of Opinions. All right, so the Gate 17 is an Ajna gate. It reaches for the throat center, and it is about forming opinions from patterns that you've noticed, and it's reaching for that, throat center gate that helps you to identify when and how is best to share that opinion, when it will be received the best, and that type of thing. The subtitle in my textbook for this gate says, "The ancient law that those who wish to rule must know how to serve." I love it. I love it. The Gate of Opinions. So you're looking for, it's about the truth. It's about the truth. So the Ajna Center is a processing center. It's about taking things that you remember, things that you've noticed, and organizing them into something that makes sense, right? So everything that you have experienced that somehow rubs up against the edges of this specific topic gets called in, right? It's like, if you guys have seen Bruce Almighty, the image that's coming to me is when God had him open that filing cabinet of his life and it just went on forever and ever. It's that type of thing, like a catalog, a living catalog that calls up everything that you've experienced that has to do with this subject, right? And then that is where you form your opinion from, right? Anybody who has a defined Ajna center, meaning it's green on your chart and not white, you tend to have a more rigid, more solid grasp on this type of energy. It's like it works the same way every time, right? It's not as movable, it's not as changeable and flowy as someone who has it undefined. You have specific opinions that you have created behind things that happened to you probably early on, and then things that happen after that line up just reinforce it. They're like checkpoints as you go through time. They reinforce that opinion that you formed, right? And so whenever something happens that is on that same subject, you're like, see, now that's why, and it just all cues up, You're like, oh, I have a cousin that tried to do that same thing, and guess what, blah, blah, blah. It always goes like, it's that type of thing. But with opinions, as we know, they're not always happily received, right? Sometimes, no, I'll take that back. It doesn't matter what your intention is behind your opinion if the person who you are giving it to didn't ask for it, is not ready for it, does not want to hear it. No matter what, if one of those three things is true, then it's not going to be received well, right? So opinions, even though someone with a defined Ajna center is more likely to have that opinion formed by rigid patterns that they've seen, right? Someone with it undefined is gonna, they won't want to speak an opinion unless it's something that they have hard facts on, like, I don't want to say this and be wrong and lead you the wrong way type of thing, right? So when you are in a position where you are wanting to share an opinion, you always want to make sure that you wait for that person to ask for it first. And as manifesting generator, we tend to want to just jump in and fix. Like, oh, that's a problem. Hey, I got a solution. Hey, but this gate is about taking that beat and stopping to think, oh, she doesn't want to hear that right now. He's not ready to hear that right now. He didn't ask me for my opinion, she's not ready, like stopping to take that beat and reflect and remember, decipher when it is best, when it will be received. When you have the 62, you tend to be a little better at that than the rest of us, the 17 and the 62, because not only do you have a more consistent grasp of the right wording on time, quickly in time, but you also tend to have an innate knack for when to keep your mouth shut and when to share. So that's what this energy is about. It's about recognizing the difference between those two moments. Sometimes the person won't literally say, what do you think? But there might be something in the way that they are searching that lets you know that they're looking, they're open, and they really would appreciate hearing,